In this video, I'll be showing you guys the top 10 fastest HSW vehicles after the most recent update in GTA Online. For quite a long time now, there has not really been any change to this top 10 list until very recently with the drip-fed content, where Rockstar added a new HSW upgradable vehicle. For the most part, this is the one that I will mainly focus on when we eventually get around to it in this top 10 list. Feel free to use the timestamps below if you want to skip to a specific point. Leave a like on this video, subscribe if you are new, and let's get straight into it. Kicking things off with our new number 10 spot, this will now be the Turismo Classic. This will have the top speed of 151.5 miles per hour. The price of this car is really nice as well. I don't think it's too expensive in the grand scheme of things in GTA Online, and even the HSW upgrade price is pretty nice as well. Probably one of the most affordable HSW cars, I would say, and in terms of performance, you guys will probably really like this one. I also think it looks incredible as well. On to our 9th spot, we now have the Bravado Banshee. This will just be the standard Banshee that you upgrade, not to be confused with the other Banshee. The top speed of this one will be 152.75 miles per hour. And just like the Turismo Classic, this one is super affordable. The standard price of the Banshee is $105,000, and you can also get it for completely free if you have the Criminal Enterprise Pack. The HSW upgrade cost is a little more expensive, I would say, at nearly $2 million, but with the standard price of the vehicle, I think this really evens out. Still a pretty reliable and solid choice. At the 8th spot now, we have the Sterling GT. I think with this one, I really have to go a little more in detail. The first thing is, of course, the top speed. It has a 156.25 miles per hour top speed, so extremely fast and a pretty substantial step up from the 9th and 10th spot. Another thing about the Sterling GT is that the sound of this vehicle is super nice. It just sounds so unique compared to every other HSW or standard vehicle. I absolutely love the sound of it. Another quite important thing to know about the Sterling GT is that you can use the off-road tires, and this will massively help the vehicle. I believe it is mainly for when you guys are driving over bumps. Without the off-road tires, this would have a pretty bad impact on the Sterling GT, and I also think it does help with corners, just making the Sterling GT stick to the road a little bit better. For the most part, these off-road tires will not affect every single vehicle in the game, at least in the way it does with the Sterling GT. It only affects a specific amount of cars. Another really nice option here would be the Devesty 8 or the Devastate. It will also work on that car as well. For the 7th spot, we now have the Karen S95, of course moved down by 1, and this only just beats out the Sterling GT with a top speed of 156.5 miles per hour. Out of a lot of these HSW vehicles, this Karen S95 does handle really nice. If you guys have enough money for this one, I would genuinely recommend it, and I am guessing a lot of you guys, if you did upgrade to the next gen consoles and you are a returning player, you could get the Karen S95 for free. Hopefully that is still the case, because this is a really nice car, even though it is the 7th fastest. I mean, just look at that top speed, it is still ridiculous. And just remember, all of these vehicles can go a lot faster than this depending where you drive them. Moving things over to the 6th spot, so we are nearly halfway through this list, we have the Vagera ZX. This will also include the convertible version as well. Both of these cars will have a top speed of 158 miles per hour, so we are slowly getting up there in the top speed. Along with this top speed increase, we can also see that the price of these vehicles is getting a bit absurd, and in terms of probably all of these HSW vehicles, I probably dislike the Vagera ZX the most, and that is really because it is super slidey on the road. It pretty much has almost no control if you guys are going for this top speed, so something to probably be warned about before purchasing this, and good luck hitting this top speed in the city and stuff without crashing your car. The new number 5 spot is now the Niobe, which is so annoying for me. If I was going to rate all of these vehicles based on traction and probably acceleration as well, or even just the best HSW vehicle altogether, the Niobe would be right at the top of my list. I really wish it was just a little bit faster, just keeping it above some of the other vehicles. The Niobe will have the top speed of 159.5 miles per hour. The price of the vehicle and the HSW price is pretty similar as well, costing you guys a ton of cash. But if any of you guys are watching this video and you are yet to purchase an HSW car, honestly this will probably be my top pick. It just feels so balanced. Apart from the traction, I think that is probably overpowered, especially with that top speed. It is also a hybrid vehicle, so it can take advantage of a really fast acceleration and hit this top speed pretty frequently. Another one of these HSW vehicles which I wish was just a little bit faster, at least nowadays in GTA Online, it will be the Hackatu Drag. This is the only bike currently in the game, at least at the time of recording this video, that has these HSW upgrades. Rockstar really need to add some more bikes, but this one will have a standard top speed of 157.5 miles per hour, which technically would make it a little bit lower in this list. However, if you guys just lean forward whilst driving this bike, you will be able to constantly hit 160 miles per hour, which I'm sure everyone can do, so this is why I put this in the 4th spot and not lower in the list. In terms of completing the HSW time trials, the 5th and 4th spots are pretty much my go-to vehicles. You'll get the most success using these things and be able to complete the time trials every single week. And now moving over to our 3rd spot, this is where everything got changed because we have the new Tampa GT just inserting itself into the list straight into the 3rd spot. This one has a top speed of 166 miles per hour, and just looking at the car, you would not even think it has this speed. The price of the Tampa GT is honestly not too bad, but where the Tampa GT really suffers will be in its brakes and traction. It can hit this top speed, however, you are pretty much guaranteed to crash if you guys are doing that, and I would even argue it handles worse than the Evizcerate ZX. Even still, I think it is a pretty fun vehicle to drive around with. If you guys somehow master and control this vehicle, I can imagine that you would have a lot of fun. Onto our number 2 spot, which has not changed, we have the Italy GTO Stinger TT. This one has the top speed of 168.5 miles per hour, and it is definitely one of the most expensive cars. The standard price is $2.3 million, almost 2.4, and then even the HSW cost is $1.4 million. This is another one of the HSW vehicles which is really difficult to control, maybe just slightly easier to control than the Evizcerate ZX, but really similar in this respect. Still not a bad car for this top speed, if that's what you guys are looking for, still extremely fast. And now of course for the number 1 spot and still the fastest HSW vehicle currently, this will be the Banshee GTS, with an absolutely ridiculous top speed of 172.5 miles per hour. Another quite expensive car, however I would actually say this one is worth it. It can be quite difficult to control as well, but I would definitely say this one is more manageable. I absolutely love to use the Banshee GTS to just fly around the map, and of course if you guys are just looking for the fastest car or vehicle, in terms of the HSW upgrades, this is the go-to option currently. As of right now in GTA Online, this will be the top 10 fastest HSW vehicles. You might be wondering how fast are things like the Devesti 8 or the Devastate, and these ones unfortunately just fall outside the top 10 list. However, just remember if you already own these vehicles, I would still recommend driving them around the city, and if you hit different bumps in the road, the majority if not all of these cars and vehicles can go a lot faster than the top speeds that I have showed you. These top speeds are pretty much based on a straight track with no bumps in the road, so it makes it sort of more fair, but things like the Banshee GTS can pretty easily hit over 180 miles per hour when driving through the city, or sometimes even going off-road. So yeah, that is now the top 10 fastest HSW vehicles in GTA Online after the new Money Fronts DLC. As always, I will be looking to update this and potentially making a new video when a new HSW vehicle releases and breaks into this top 10. As of right now, it probably will be a while until that happens again, because all of the Money Fronts DLC drip-fed vehicles that have the HSW upgrades have already been released. So yeah guys, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this list. Also let me know what your favourite HSW vehicle is, even if it is not in this top 10. I think one of my personal favourites is probably the La Carouse. I also like the weaponized Ignis as well. Although these ones do not break into this top 10, they have some really nice features that just make them so nice. But yeah guys, as always, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I always appreciate your support. And if you are new here and like what you see, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.